Welcome to City Council Rewind for the meeting of June 17, 2024. Hello, everyone. I am Aaron McCulloch, Director of Communications for the City of Broken Arrow, and this is the Honorable Mayor Debra Wimpee. Thank you for joining us today on Election Day.
Yes, thanks for having me.
Have you gone out and voted yet?
I will be doing it after this.
Well, we will wrap this up and get you out there so
Thank
you can.
We have until
perform
7 p.m. tonight. So
That's right. That's right. So let's get into the meeting last night and let's talk about fireworks.
Yeah, let's talk about it.
So there's change. No more permit, no more,
no more
fee.
Absolutely.
But everything else pretty much stays the same as far as the ordinance is concerned, correct?
Absolutely. So they still only get to shoot off the fireworks July 3rd and 4th, as always, until 11 p.m.
From 3 p.m. to 11
right,
p.m., yep.
As always. So all of that stays the same. And so some people think there should be a permit still. Some people obviously do not think there should be a permit. But even with or without a permit, we were just talking about the fact that the citation portion of it, unless the police officers can see someone actually shooting off the fireworks, they cannot cite them. So as a neighbor, if you see your neighbor shooting off at 11:05, midnight, 1 a.m., you have to be willing to file charges against them, because that's what's going to have to happen to be able to actually do anything about it, because the police officer's going to get out there. Obviously, they're probably not going to be shooting off fireworks anymore. So, I mean, I think just talking to your neighbors and just having that open communication about, hey, last year you kind of shot off, past the deadline. If it's okay, could you not do that? Can we just follow the rules and the law, and that way none of us have to be upset about things like that. So,
and then pick up your firework debris on that same day, because that's part of the ordinance as well too.
It is. Clean up after yourself.
That's just being a good neighbor.
Yes, be a good neighbor. So.
And that's effective immediately.
Yep.
So if you want to do it legally this year, go on out, do it. And you don't need the permit, and you don't need to pay a fee.
That's right.
Let's talk about the budget.
Okay.
This is one of those big, important decisions that you and your fellow councilors have to make, and that's approving the fiscal year budget.
Yeah.
$472 million. And one of the things you all talked about last night was the allocation of about $275 million just for capital improvements. That's really important.
That's huge for infrastructure improvements, which is very much needed. We're rapidly growing, and we've got to stay on top of that, and that's exactly what these funds will go to. So you're going to see a lot of orange cones around town, and it gets a little frustrating, but just know on the other side of that is going to be amazing, and it's going to be well worth it once we get those roads widened and improved. It'll be well worth it.
Absolutely.
And those are items that you voted for, like citizens actually voted for. So you wanted this.
And it's all kinds of infrastructure.
Absolutely.
It's roads, it's utility, it's all kinds of different things.
Absolutely.
So a lot of those things that you don't see, like the sewer and water lines underneath the ground, that all plays a part in that quality of life that we enjoy here.
So to think literally almost half of the budget next year will be for those kind of improvements is pretty amazing. So.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that. And that goes into effect on July 1, because fiscal year is July 1 to June 30th.
That's right.
And we also have the summary on our website. We'll get the details and all the particulars about it. We'll get that posted a little bit later once that gets done. This, I know, is something that is really that you were really excited about last night at the meeting.
Yeah.
And these are the folks who are out there by County Line Road between Kenosha and Houston, Washington, that sort of thing. They've had to put up with some foul-smelling odor.
Very foul.
For a little while.
For a while.
And we think we found a solution.
Yeah, absolutely. And they've done a trial run on it, and it's helped significantly. So this hopefully will be the solution to that. You have to think. The north side of Broken Arrow, and this is something I had a meeting about yesterday, was our wastewater, right? Mm-hmm. And the future of what that looks like because of our growing city. But our north side of Broken Arrow travels all the way to Lynn Lane, right? So that's a long time for sewage and such to sit in those lines and travel. So we have to find, solutions like this to help combat those problems. But it's bad. I mean, it was real bad. You'd see it on Facebook. I mean, I literally would smell it every time. I mean, I traveled 81st and, County Line several times a day, and every time I'm like, we had to do something. And poor Kenny, now I won't have to text him as much, because I literally at every stoplight, Kenny, it smells so bad. Do something about this. Yeah. So, and we are. So it's going to be great.
And it took a while to figure it out,
yeah.
to go back and research, investigate, find out what the cause was. And so you and the counselors approved about a $155,000 unit that's going to go in. It's going to help to mitigate those odors, reduce some of those gases that can build up.
Yeah, and it's a self-sustaining unit. It doesn't run on electricity, and it's, eco-friendly and all the things that you'd want it to be to, combat that problem. So
Let's talk about some economic development and shops
Yeah.
at Aspen Creek. A long time coming for something
Wow.
to happen there, right?
Yep. And I mean, it's 160,000 square feet, I believe, in the first phase. So that's amazing. We've heard some really great letters of intent on those sites, and it's much needed with what's going on, in the research area, and just jump across the creek and have more, retail and commercial aspects there that are going to generate sales tax revenue. That'll be amazing, and it's just going to help expand South BA. And it will help our citizens stay in our city rather than going to Bixby. One thing I always talk about is the fact that people go over to Bixby because it's convenient and because there wasn't a lot of options in South Broken Arrow. But you're paying sales tax in Bixby, which pays for their streets, their fire, their police officers, and not yours. So when
That's
your
right.
house, when you have an emergency and you need public safety, Bixby's not coming. I mean, they might, but they're not going to get there first. So, if it's a big fire, they're going to. They'll probably mutually aid it. But, yeah, so it's really important to keep that leakage of sales tax revenue over there. And I think this development is going to help just continue to push the reason that you can stay in South Broken Arrow and spend your sales tax dollars. So we're excited about it.
There were many other items on the agendas besides what we just talked about. For more about those, go to the city website and click on Agendas and Minutes in the Government section. Click on the date range drop-down list and then select the governing body. Find the meeting date of your choice and select the meeting details. And that's it for this edition of City Council Rewind. We are back July 17th after the meeting of July 16th, and there's only one meeting in July each year. Any parting words, Mayor?
I would just say we'll see you around town, city where opportunity lives. And if you haven't voted, get out tonight, and you have until 7 p.m.
That's right.
Yep.